Top 5 Strangest Last Meal Requests. Number 5. Victor Figure. Victor was charged for the kidnapping and murder of Dr. Bartels in order to gain access to any drugs that Bartels may have carried to treat patients. Sentenced to be hung in 1963, Victor, for his last meal, requested a single olive, with the pit still in it, with the hopes that it would grow into an olive tree from inside his body. After he died, they found the pit inside his pocket. Number 4. Timothy McVeigh. Charged with 168 counts of murder in the Oklahoma City bombing, Timothy McVeigh was sentenced to lethal injection in 2001. McVeigh requested 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream as his final meal before his execution. There's no denying that he knew exactly what he liked. Number 3. Ricky Ray Rector. Ricky Ray Rector was sentenced to death for shooting a police officer in a nightclub in 1981. He then shot himself in the head in a suicide attempt, which only left him brain damaged. He was executed in 1992, and for his last meal, he requested a steak, fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and a pecan pie. He left the pecan pie, jokingly informed a guard that he was saving it for later. Number 2. James Edward Smith. James Edward Smith was convicted of murder after the fatal shooting of Larry D. Rojas during a robbery made at a cashier's office. When asked what his final meal request would be, Smith asked for a lump of dirt. Smith asked for dirt in order to do a voodoo ritual before his execution. The prison unsurprisingly denied Smith's request, and Smith eventually settled for a nice cup of yogurt. Number 1. Ronnie Lee Gardner. Ronnie Lee Gardner was convicted of 2 counts of murder in 1985 and executed by firing squad 25 years later in 2010. His last meal request was a lobster tail, steak, vanilla ice cream, and apple pie, which was fairly standard. Gardner specifically requested that he eat the meal while watching Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy. He thought of the longest movie possible and asked for it so he could stretch his meal out as long as possible.